to the Monty Show exclusive for the Orale Network. I am your host, Monty Montoya, El Solano de San Antonio. And this is where we interview independent artists, musicians, and entertainers from all across San Antonio, Texas, and abroad. And with that said, I'm proud and honored to present one of the most gifted, versatile, and influential entertainers of our time, Dr. Patsy Torres.
Oh, thank you, Monty.
And also, we have a special guest, Mr. DJ Orale.
Woo.
Wow, exciting. Not only to be with you, Monty, but also with Dr. Patsy.
Oh, I'm
Thank
excited
you.
too.
Man, I'm ready for this interview here, but let's go and thank our sponsor, because without our sponsor, we just don't have a show. Let's go and do a quick shout out for the Law Office of Jose Joe Robles, auto accident attorney with principal office in Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas, and San Antonio. We also have Dogwood Home Health Care, LLC. Awesome care for your loved ones at home. They took care of you when y'all were growing up. Now it's their turn to be taken care of as well. Dogwood Home Health, LLC.
And with that, we're going to break for commercial and we'll be right back.
Siempre a tu lado estaré. Ante Dios confieso que yo siempre te amaré.
You've been there for your aging loved one who needs you, but sometimes you get to a point where you need professional help. Dogwood Home Health Care understands, and our team of senior care experts is ready to provide the assistance you need. Our experts provide a wide variety of services and assistance to make your loved one's life more manageable. Scan this code to get started with your free evaluation. Show your loved ones you'll always provide for their care. Contact Dogwood Home Health Care today.
We all start somewhere. Some of us start with pain. We fall early, we lose early, but getting back up, that's everything. We choose hard roads and walk them anyway. We carry the weight, the silence, the scars no one sees. Coming home ain't always victory. Sometimes it's just survival, but we don't stop. We evolve, we build, because when you've lived the fight, you fight for others. Battle tested, always ready. Robles Jr. Law.
Welcome back to the Monty Show, and welcome back, Patsy and Mr. DJ Orale.
Sir?
Thank you again.
So, Patsy, I am so honored and blessed to have you in our show here.
Oh, thank you.
And you know, I've been reading your biography. I don't know where to start because, oh my God, you've been everywhere. She's been all over the world, and you've performed for more than 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
And you know, I know who you are, and I followed you throughout your career. And but the audience, maybe there's some people out there that don't know about you, and we would like to, you know, let them know. Tell us who you are. Tell them who you are, because I know who you are. You know, and you're a diva. To me, she's the diva. You started way before all these other female artists. You know.
Well, before me, there was Laura Canales and Lisa Lopez.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah, they were before me. Laura used to call me the Chicana Madonna.
Oh, yeah?
Because when I first started singing, when actually for a few years, I was dressed in like spandex and lace and headbands, you know, kind of the...
I remember.
Remember all that? And so when she saw me, she would call me the Chicana Madonna. And I still have all that spandex from back then, because I had every color. I had like tiger and leopard, gold, silver, every color. Now I call it expandex.
Now, this was what year was it? 70s?
No, this was the 80s.
80s, early 80s?
Yeah.
Okay, that's when Madonna was hitting.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's when Madonna, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson.
I'm Gen X. I think you're Gen X.
They were my influence.
There we go. There we go.
And I was a trumpet player, so that's what got me into music. I had no dreams of being a singer whatsoever.
Wow.
I didn't sing. I wasn't in choir, and I only got into the band as a trumpet player in the marching band in school.
Oh wow.
That's why I got, because my sister joined the band, and she was a sax player, and I wasn't influenced to go into it, but then she was getting out of class for pep rally.
Oh my God, the games.
The game. I was like, hey, I don't want to get out of class. I was like, I'll play anything. I don't care. And she was like, well, you can't play sax because I play sax. So I was like, Well, my grandfather, Dr. Torres, he had an old trumpet, rusty old trumpet. I go, I'll play it. And I started learning on that, and I caught up with her, and I got into the A band, concert band, stage band, jazz band, all that.
Man.
And so then that was another, diversion, kind of keeping me out of trouble.
Right.
Kind of like me. I was mentioning to Patsy earlier when we were talking to her in the station that I was in band as well, and I played trumpet as well.
Trumpet too.
And it got me out of trouble. Kind of led me in the right direction. So I'm glad for trumpet. I'm glad for marching band. I'm glad for getting out on Fridays early to go to a game.
Do you remember in marching band when you're learning the song? Like I'm talking in the very beginning, you've never marched before. You're learning the song and you do it good and it sounds good. And then they go, okay, now let's teach you to march. So you're like, da, 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 then you start marching, da, 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 right?
It's like walking and chewing gum
yeah.
at the same
You're
time.
bringing back memories.
And they teach you to use your diaphragm
Right.
so that the notes are clear. Well, later on in life, when I'm on stage and I'm dancing at Fiesta, Texas, and I'm jumping all over the place, and my voice was still straight, because what I learned in the marching band, people would think I was faking, that I was lip syncing. Oh, she can't be jumping around like that, and her voice is clear. It's not going, But it was that training from marching band. Who would know?
Wow. Patsy, and also you've been all over the world. Tell us where have you been?
Oh, gee. Turkey, Spain, Greece, Italy, Germany, China, Japan, Okinawa, Korea, Guam.
Oh my God.
And loved it. I love traveling to other countries and learning about their cultures and trying their food and meeting the people. Because America, we're babies over here. We're little spoiled babies, still trying to learn, still trying to figure out our place in the world. Right now, Americans say, oh, we're the big shots. But you go to these other countries and they've got buildings that are thousands and thousands of years BC.
Oh yeah.
Before there was anything here. And it's, so I've been to Ephesus, and I've been to all these different places that St. Paul went.
Yes.
And when he was preaching about Jesus, and it's so fantastic.
I saw the cathedrals. We went out there, the Viking cruise one time, and we saw the cathedrals, and I thought, how in the heck did they build those?
Yes.
Back then, with they didn't have the technology.
It took them years and years and years.
Yeah, hundreds, centuries.
And the beautiful murals and sculptures. And
the Vatican. Oh my God, I was amazed
the
with that.
passion.
The passion.
Yeah, in Italy, we went to.
Now, did you go out there to perform or just to?
I was performing. Really? There was it's called PACAF, and it's like the DoD, but it's through the Air Force.
Okay.
And it was during Hispanic Heritage Month. And they had wanted Gloria Estefan to do it, but she couldn't do it. She was booked or something, and they called me next.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm going. And they treated us so great. It started in Hawaii. The concert started there. The tour started there.
Oh, wow.
And we were given general's quarters everywhere we went. We were just treated like
wow. So how long was the tour, give or take?
It was about a month and a half.
Just different cities?
Oh, different countries, yeah. Wow. It was wonderful. And then we went back and did Germany again, and this time they had us in a bus, and we were just traveling from town to town. And we have friends that were in Germany. They moved here, and they're like compadres now. And we've known them all these years, and we met them in Germany. Wow. And I have friends from Turkey that when I was in Turkey, they're friends here.
What a small world.
Yeah.
And you also, you got countless awards that you've won. I mean, you were inducted to the Town Roots of Hall of Fame and much more. Tell us about your awards and all those things that you accomplished.
Well, I mean, I've gotten awards for entertainer, singer, album, band, video, but I think the awards that really touch me are the community awards for my work with my community and my people.
Right.
I've gotten leadership awards. I've gotten awards from different districts for when I was doing my Positive Force tour that I did for, maybe 20 years almost. Because I started doing it back in 92. I started doing this, and I put together the band, and I would talk and sing at the same time, because I realized if I just went up there and spoke to the kids, they'd get bored. But when I mixed it with music, you know, it kept them going, you know, and the music would always back up what I just said. So every song had a message in it, and then I put dancers in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Then we started doing skits, and so because something I learned in my getting an education degree is people learn different ways. There's different ways. Some of them learn visually. Some of them learn by the word. Some of them learn by seeing something happen. So we have these skits that would tell a story, like what happened when a kid was a gang leader, or a skit that talks about these kids drinking and driving. A skit about a kid that was so depressed that he thought demons were taking him over, and when he prayed, this angel came and saved him. And these were skits we did live with costumes. I did 5 costume changes during the show. We had special effects with pyrotechnics and smoke and fog and lighting. So kids would see our concert that they'd never seen a concert in their life. And we targeted high schools, because at the time there were little police bands and I think fireman bands that would put together groups, and they would sing for the elementary kids, but completely not the high school kids. So I said, why not the high school? They go, oh, it's already too late for them. And plus they would give them a hard time, you know, they give the bands, those guys a hard time. So I said, I'm going to target the high school. I'm not going to give up on these kids. And it made the biggest difference. I remember one concert, and when we started in the 90s, gangs were out there big time, and people didn't realize it. They were wearing their colors, they were wearing bandanas to school. And this one concert I remember in particular, all the gang members were sitting in the front row, and they were all like let's see what she's going to show. You know,
doing their poses and what have you.
Oh yeah, and they were all slanted and, you know, giving that look.
Giving that
and I'm like, are you sure those are high school kids? I was like, the way they looked, you know. And I'm starting the concert, I'm doing my thing, and I'd always like jump off the stage too and get close to them. So
So you interacted with the
I get up there because I didn't want them to feel like safe, that they could make faces at me and I'm just going to be up there and come down like, make that face now, you know.
You thought
the
maybe
boss lady over here. That's the way
when
to
you
go.
saw them, you thought it was a real high school, like high.
Oh yeah, I mean everything was going on in these schools.
Oh my God!
So I get up there and I remember another thing where I guess I must have gone up to, I guess the leader was right there. And I walk up to them all, and the guy sitting next to me goes like, you know, excited. And the leader looks over and like, don't you dare. You know, to him, and he's like, ooh.
No, these are
high school kids.
Under 18 or 20 that they haven't graduated.
No, I don't know their ages. I just know the way they were dressed in big giant jackets and the, you know, the bandanas and the pants down the hair, you know. But at the end, these same guys that were giving me those looks, they're like, we are the world.
And asking for your autograph too, right?
Yes, and talking to me and handing me their bandanas, saying, I'm quitting the gang.
You made a big difference.
Because I made a big speech about gangs.
Yeah.
I'd make big speeches about gangs, about drugs, about AIDS, teen pregnancy, all of those things, bullying. I mean, it was a big repertoire.
Did you record by any chance any of these?
Well, there is one that's out there that was done in the very beginning, but there was none recorded after that. But when I signed with Joey Records, he went and saw a concert and he was blown away. So we have an album that's called the Positive Force Tour. And what he did was he went to 3 different schools and we recorded the kids and we recorded my talk and the song. So it's on an album.
Wow.
And it's on my website, patsytorres.com. But after it took 3 schools because we'd have the mics in front of the stage so that we could get the kids. But the kids would always rush the stage and they'd be like right there. And then one of them would figure out, hey, there's a mic. Hey, hi, woo, is this on? You know, so it would ruin that song. Oh. They'd be up there and then we're like, okay, let's find one that there's not a kid screaming in the mics. We had to hide the mics because we wanted the audience sound. And it's in the album. because
Wow.
it's live.
Was one of those songs one of the hit songs? You had a hit song, the number one
You
hit
had a lot of
song.
them, not just
Yeah,
one.
well, I know the one of your first ones was Abrázame, right?
Yes.
Abrázame.
Yes. Yeah, we would do a Abrázame too.
Uh-huh.
And we would, when we do it at the end, and we would say, you know, this is for all our Tejano. We want to share our culture with you, because I was doing this all over the country.
Uh-huh.
I would do it for all black school. I would do it for an all white school. I did an Indian reservation of Apaches,
Oh, wow.
and
yeah.
so I'd introduce it. This is my music, my culture that I want to share with you. And when I did it like that, I'd jump out and grab them and dance Abrázame with them.
Uh-huh.
You know, and they would love it. They would love it. And then I do a cumbia after that, bring the teachers up, teach them how to cumbia, have the kids screaming their heads off, seeing their teachers up there like that. You know, it was just, it was my passion. That's what kept me singing.
And these were the 90s or the 80s?
90s, 2000, up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Patsy, we can go on forever, but we got to break for commercials because without the commercials,
Oh,
we just
yeah.
don't have a show.
Of course.
Take it, Monty.
We'll be right back after this message.
Soy tuya, tú sabes que me tienes en tus manos desde la primera vez que nos amamos. Juré que tuyo era mi querer. Soy tuya, eres mi amante y eres mi amigo.
If it got rent, look at that check. Cash money pressure, foot on their neck. Insurance got your big gas light in their tent. Tell them Robles loud, we collect that rent. If it got rent, look at that check. Cash money pressure, foot on their neck. Insurance got your big gas light in their tent. Tell them Robles loud, we collect that rent. Pause. Now let me resume, still taking on the fire y'all feel when the tide turns. Shut up for what I built in the heat, not a courtroom hush. Every time I speak, still slipping through loopholes like Houdini. Briefcase banging like a 3P law firm. On the fire y'all feel when the tide turns. Shut up for what I built in the heat, not a courtroom hush. Every time I speak, still slipping through loopholes like Houdini. Briefcase banging like a 3-piece genie. Judge race brown when they read my pleadings.
Con muchos años de experiencia y un equipo experimentado, puedes estar seguro de que sus seres queridos están recibiendo la mejor atención posible en el hogar. Algunos de nuestros servicios consisten en bañarlos, hacer ejercicio con ellos, vestirlos, arreglarlos, ir de paseo con ellos, hacer las compras, ayudarlos con la medicación y mucho más. Para obtener más información sobre nuestros servicios, visite nuestro sitio web www.dogwoodhomehelp.com o llámenos directamente al 956-508-3957 o al 210-265-8911.
Welcome back to the Monty Show, and welcome Patsy, Dr. Patsy Torres,
That's right.
and DJ Orale in the house. So let's continue with what about you?
Well, I know when they say Dr. Patsy, they think they think I'm a medical doctor, you know. But I did want, that was my dream, was to be a medical doctor, like my grandfather, Dr. William Torres.
Mm-hmm.
He was my idol. He still is. He was all about education. He's the one that lent me that trumpet.
Yes.
To learn trumpet. But I decided when I was 5 I was going to be a medical doctor. That's why I started at San Antonio College to do the medical degree. Got my degree in science from there. But because of my sister playing the sax and me starting to play the trumpet, we ended up making a little band just for fun. No, I never thought it would ever go into anything. But and the band got really popular. It was called Blue Harmony.
I remember.
And we graduated, but then my sister got married and left.
Oh.
Some of the guys went into the military. They left. These new older guys came in, and they said, "We don't need brass players. We'll just get one keyboard player.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll make more money." And I was like, "Well, I was already started SAC. I was paying for an apartment and books, and I was like, what am I going to do?" And I let them know. I was like, "Well, I mean, I worked at Taco Bell for 2 weeks. That didn't work out." But they said, "Well, if you could maybe sing, we'll try you out, see if that works."
So that's when everything started?
That's how it started.
Oh,
I had
wow.
no dreams of being a singer. So I started singing one song, "Ooh Baby Baby" by Linda Ronstadt.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Ooh baby baby," because I was so scared. But the people, I would sing that one song because that's all I knew. The rest of the show, I'd play the trumpet with the keyboards. They'd be, "Ay, qué linda, esa chiquitita, I cantar." And I was like, "No, thank you." Go back to
You
my
were what,
trumpet.
19?
No, yes.
Okay.
So then I'm like, okay, we got discovered, or I got discovered at a wedding. When Albert Esquivel, he was a big promoter for Tejano, walked in when I was singing the song, thought I was the lead singer, and came up and said, "Hey, how would you guys like to be on a record? We'll put you on a record." The band was all excited. "How many songs does the girl know?" "That's not our singer. He's our singer." "Well, if you want to be on a record, it's going to be the girl." And that's what started it.
No, he was with what label?
Texas Best.
Okay, I don't remember them, but were they like San Antonio based or?
Well, they were later got me the album with Manny Guerra.
Oh, Manny. Yeah, I remember.
Capital or?
No. It was just Manny Guerra.
Okay, before that, right?
Capital wasn't around yet.
Oh, okay.
Capital wasn't around.
Sony wasn't around either.
No. They came in later, in the 90s.
Manny, rest in peace, right?
Yes, he just passed away.
Yeah.
He was like a dad to me.
Wow.
It was like he was wonderful. But he recorded the album. That's where the first album wasn't even Tejano. It was all kinds of just beautiful songs, and I'm singing because I got that record deal, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not even a singer. So 6 months from starting to sing, I get discovered. 9 months later, I'm doing radio interviews that I've never done before. I don't know. They ask me questions. I don't know what to say. Like, who's your idol? Who inspired you? My grandfather, Dr. William Torres. So what can you tell us about you? Well, I'm a trumpet player that's going to be a doctor. And they're like,
Oh, you weren't lying.
I wasn't, because I didn't see any future in it. I said, okay, well, right now it's paying for my apartment and paying for my school. So, I didn't think it would last. It was not a passion of mine. My passion was be a doctor like my grandfather, make the difference, be a healer. I wanted to be a pediatrician. But,
It was your destiny.
I graduated from SAC and then realized, everything was happening. I had a record deal, I had sponsorships, we had gigs, and the Blue Harmony broke up because of me and another guy too, but it broke up, but that made the Patsy Torres band. Because half of the guys came and said, "Patsy, I was just going to say, okay, the band broke up, that's it."
Right.
"No, Patsy, you got sponsors, you got a record, let's do this." And they even said, "Let's just call it the Patsy Torres Band," because I was trying to think of a cool name.
So is that what it was called in the beginning, Patsy Torres?
No, it was Blue Harmony.
Blue Harmony, still with that name?
Blue Harmony was the variety band.
Okay.
When Blue Harmony broke, and half the guys said, "Let's make a band, just you. I mean, you got an album. They're wanting to put you on tour." And I was thinking, okay, let me come up with a cool name. They said, "Call it the Patsy Torres Band." They came up with it. I wasn't even like wanting to call it my name, but they were like, "Yeah, do it." I was always like, at that point, because I kept thinking this is temporary. I was like, okay, I'll go with that. Record this song. Okay, I'll go with that.
You're just riding the wave at that.
Yeah, I was just like, okay,
Come with the flow.
it's paying for my bills. I'm going to school. I'm going to be a doctor. When I graduated from SAC, I sat down with my grandfather, Dr. Torres, and I said, well, because I know he wanted me to be a doctor so bad. And I said, well, I can't do both anymore. I can't go to school and be in the band, because I was coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'd have a 7:30 a.m. biology class, and I'm taking chemistry and all this stuff. And he said, "No, you can't." And I was just waiting. All he had to say, like, "Let's do the school." I was ready for it. And he said, "Chiquitita," you have a God-given gift. You know, you're able to touch these kids, because I was already starting to talk in schools, because I was getting asked, because, oh, here's a singer that's got a college, going to college, good influence. And he said, you can be a doctor of the spirit. You can heal. You can make a difference. You should sing. He told me to sing instead of continuing. And I always believe sometimes God speaks through people.
Yes.
And when you need an answer, and I think God was speaking through him that day, because I know my grandfather wanted me to be a doctor so bad. And I wanted to be a doctor.
You are a doctor.
That's the other part.
Doctor.
God answered my prayer. Because when I was graduating, Incarnate Word is the one that approached me. After I started doing the Positive Force tour and doing all these things for the kids and telling them about education, they called me up and said, can you do some promotions for us? We can only pay you with semester hours and not money. And I was like, okay, yeah. Took a few classes. I was like, oh, I love this.
Right.
I got to go back. And they said, you want to come back? We'll give you a degree.
Awesome.
We'll give you a scholarship. Just perform for us, speak for us, promote us. And that led to my master's in education. And because I made a 4.0,
awesome. Woo!
my professors and them said, you need to go on for your PhD. I'm like, what? I didn't even
What is that?
Yeah, well, I knew what it was, but I was like, what? I mean, I already got my master's, and I started telling my friends, my family, even my family, what? Why? How long does it take? 5 to 10 years. They go,
wow.
Why would you do that? You're busy, you know, you're doing great. You don't need that. I go, I think God wants me to have it. God wants me to keep learning, and I'm still hungry. And they're like, I don't know, but I said yes. And they gave me a scholarship for a PhD.
Awesome.
You can't beat that because they are very expensive.
Yes, there's people still paying for their student loans 10 years later.
And you're giving back to society. You're giving back. You did something for the Cancer Society, Latin Girl Scouts.
Yes.
The Hispanic Heritage Society, and a Red Cross.
Yes.
As well.
Yes, I was a chairman on there for their Hispanic chair, and we raised a bunch of funds, and that was awesome.
Yeah, you were also it had something to do. You were the Grand Marshal for the Fiesta River Parade in the Flambeau.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Oh, that was awesome. They just contacted me and said, you're going to be the Grand Marshal. So I was on this big old float, you know, like,
You know, one thing that you were put on this earth to make a difference. We believe in paying forward, everything regarding positive, of course, because God puts you in this world for a reason, right? And I think I know why they put you in this earth, because you're making a positive impact. You have helped kids from elementary to, I guess, mid school and also high school, right? Tell us a quick story of something that made a big difference on a kid that you saw. I think you were talking about that earlier, but what is it you remember that made the biggest impact?
And did they ever come back and tell you, thank you?
Yes, they have, and parents have come and told me, because I want you to know about my son, that you influenced him and what he's doing now. There was a couple instances. One of them was where it was a big boy, Anglo, and he came and he talked to me, and all these kids would surround the bus before we left, and this was in El Paso. And he came and was talking to me like all the other kids were, and he just said, please read my letter. And he gave me it was written on notebook paper, you know. So I get in the bus, and all the things the kids were telling me, I get in the back of the bus, and I just started crying. And the guy's like, Patsy, why are you crying? I go, I don't know. I'm crying. I don't know what it is. I'm so moved about what's going on. And I started to get deep into myself. Why am I crying? I said, I'm crying because all these kids are crying for help, for guidance, for protection. I mean, we're talking about molestation. We're talking about all these stuff these kids were going through, giving up on their lives. And I'm like, what do I do? And then in the middle of my crying, a voice was like, do what you're doing. I'll take it from here. And it was a voice of God saying, you need to keep doing what you're doing. I'll take care of the rest.
Wow.
And then I was able to stop crying because I just couldn't stop. Because even my husband was like, why are you crying? I don't know. And the tears are just, So I read that letter on the way home, and this little boy's telling me, I've always been a misfit, nobody likes me, I don't have any friends, I don't want to live, you know, I'm a dork, or whatever words he used. It went on and on. But your concert gave me hope. I have hope, and I know that somebody cares, and I know that God is there for me, because at the end of every concert, I talked about faith, and I talked about God. And I remember every time you'd see teachers like, can she say that? But it was too late. It was the end of the concert. Nobody knew I was going to do it. I did it every single concert. And I said, I understand everyone has your beliefs. Everyone has your religions. My personal Savior is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And I would say that, and it would always get a giant cheer from the kids. And then the teachers would be like, wow, wow, wow. And I think that's what really grabbed the kids, and it grabbed this little boy. So when I get home, it's a 3-page letter he wrote me. I write him a big, long 3-page letter. And I tell him that's great, and I just share a bunch of stuff. I answer his questions. He writes me back, thank you. I didn't think you'd actually write me back. And we wrote back a couple times, and then it just stopped. And I was like, what happened?
You know, Patsy, one of the biggest, you've gotten so many awards, but let me tell you one thing. You're going to get more awards up there.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's
I'm
about.
not here, I'm here to help maybe make the world a better place, but it's all about doing what's
For
right.
others.
Later on, that boy wrote me again. And he goes, I'm sorry, I took so long, but I'm in this club, and I'm doing this, and I have friends, and I'm that. He was doing great.
How much time did it pass?
It was about 3 months.
Okay, and they wrote you back.
So I was just like, oh, is he okay? And here he was doing, and I said, you are totally forgiven. I am so happy to hear that. I'm so proud of you. You know, another boy calls me from Harvard. Well, he's in school, and he goes, we want to hire you to come and speak to our very first Hispanic club at Harvard. And I said, okay. He goes, I saw you at my school. You inspired me that I could go on. He goes, and because of you, I went and I worked hard, and I applied, and I got into Harvard. And he goes, and I'm doing great here, and I started the first Hispanic club, and I want you to talk to our members. And they flew me over there, paid me, gave me the tour of Harvard. It was awesome.
Imagine, Patsy, all the lives that you have touched in your career so far.
I don't know, but I guess you never really know how many lives you touch. You don't know either,
right.
How many lives you touch,
Exactly.
you touch, but God knows.
That's why we always have to smile, no matter where we go. Smile to somebody, because you never know the difference
What they're
you
going
can make.
through,
What they're
yeah.
going through.
I love doing that to real grouchy looking people. I love being, hi.
You know, I'm the same way. I get a high out of them, maybe 2-3 minutes, maybe sometimes it's 10 minutes, but I get a high from them. You know, and you know they're having a bad day, but my job and your job, I guess, as humans and nice humans, we're out there trying to make their lives better, one way or another, right? You know, but yeah, I know exactly what you're telling me.
I had this lady at Starbucks. She was like grouchy, mean to everybody. And you'd see that one at a time, because you know how the lines are, inside Starbucks. And she's like, yeah, what do you want? No. So so the first time I met her, yeah, what do you want? Yeah, I want this and this and this. He's like, oh, okay. And no. Next thing I know, and she's kind of smiling, and then whenever I'd go there, she's just like, bing.
Oh.
But so funny, because like my husband one time was behind me coming up next, and she was like, all right, thank you. My husband said, yes. And she goes, yeah. She went right back. What do you want?
God works in mysterious ways. You're a prophet. You're a prophet through the music means, and you're an angel, really, without the wings. But
we can all be angels.
That's
but
right.
Well,
yes,
we're influencers in that way.
There we go.
Influencers, yes.
True influencers.
And you're still making a difference. You're not done yet.
I try. I try.
Every
Well,
day.
they say God is on our side. It's not about that. It's about us being on God's side. That's the
True.
difference.
True.
That's right.
And helping each other. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. What do you have planned for Patsy Torres, Dr. Patsy Torres, in the future?
I just released my newest single, Soy Tuya,
Yes.
written by famous songwriter Beto Ramon.
Wow.
Yes, it's a beautiful love song. It's a ranchera. And it's beautiful. It's my love letter to my fans and friends and my husband and anyone that's in love. That's going to be your song. It's even though it's a ranchera, it's just got beautiful words that he wrote. It's beautiful, and I'm going to make that the name of the new album. It's going to be Soy Tuya, because it's, hey, I'm yours. That's the new album. It's got my originals on it. I always put a spiritual, religious, gospel type song that I write on every album now, because I have my own record label now.
Right.
So they can't tell me no. They used to tell me no. No, you can't do that, or no, there's no room.
Hence the name, Boss Lady.
What's the label? Patsy
It's
Torres?
World Class Records.
And it's on your website, right?
World Class
On my
Records.
website, yes, at PatsyTorres.com. You can get all of my music. You can see my videos, my pictures, my bio. You can book the band. All the information is there.
Phone numbers and everything?
Phone numbers, emails, Facebook, Messenger, TikTok, Instagram.
All the major platforms.
They're all connected. But I do have to say, if you really want to support your artists and you want to buy their music, buy it from their websites, because we get pennies on the dollar, actually fractions of pennies on the dollar when you buy online from any of these other digital platforms. So if you really want to support us artists, please go to our websites and buy our music or listen to our music there. So right now, Soy Tuya is only available on my website.
PatsyTorres.com. You know what, we can go on forever, but we're running a little bit short on time, Monty. What do you want to say in closing?
I would like to bring you back.
I'd love to come back.
And because there's so much more that you have that we would like for you to share with the audience and share with us, here, because you've been blessed.
I do feel blessed.
You've been blessed, and I remember when you came and performed for our school. I remember that, and I always followed you. You're amazing. She's the diva, the true diva. Yes, and not only in the music, but helping the community, helping the kids. The most important thing is helping the kids. That those kids need help.
Like my grandfather
you'll make a
said,
difference. Yes,
I'm a doctor of the soul now.
Yes, you are.
I'm a healer, and that's what I try to do.
I need you to talk to me. I need you to talk to me.
Exactly. Remember, PatsyTorres.com. Go buy her music. Support the local artists. She's been there. She's going to be there for many, many, many more years, right?
Yep. God willing.
There we go.
Exactly.
Let's go and terminate the show. Again, thank you very much
for
taking
you so
time off
much
your
for
busy
being
schedule.
here on your wonderful show. Congratulations on everything.
It's barely taking off. We're on different platforms. We're being viewed by thousands of people. So it's something that's taken off, but it's not overnight. It's been in the works for over 8-9 years for the Orale Network. And, finally God's listening and taking care of us, because we're trying to pay for it every single show. So if you're actually a musician, contact the Monty Show. We try to help out and pay forward.
Yes.
Thank you very much for listening. Dr. Patsy Torres, DJ Orale. I am Monty, your host. Thank you very much. God bless you all. You all be safe out there.
God bless.